Hi, it's Aki. Today we're gonna talk about plastic straws. Welcome to the Blue Marble News Watch. And our another topics of the day will be some short news from Twitter, and then we will take our animal of the week, which this week is desert locusts. And our first topic will be the death of the plastic straw. It's a growing trend. Hotels, resorts, safaris and cruises are increasingly banning plastic straws. In 2015, a disturbing video of an olive ridley sea turtle suffering from a plastic straw stuck in its nose went viral, changing many viewers' attitudes towards the plastic tool that is largely a convenience for most people. I'm happy I didn't see that video. But how can the plastic straw, a diminutive item used briefly before being thrown away, cause so much damage? For starters, it easily finds its way to oceans due to its lightweight nature. Once there, it does not biodegrade. Instead, it slowly fragments into smaller and smaller pieces known as microplastics. Secondly, it can't be recycled. I found interesting article from Finnish Packing Union RU about packages where they were testing new straw materials that will replace these plastic ones, because European Union Parliament has decided that these plastic straws will be forbidden since 2021. So after 2021 in EU you cannot use any plastic straws. And here is tested these several new materials. Here is the original plastic straw. Here is, I guess this is the metal one. This might be, I think this is the bamboo one. And here this is glass, and this is some cardboard. And this might be the eaten one, which you can eat like candy. But let's see what are the cons and pros for these. Well, the test was made so that they were tested with two different types of drinks, which were one like soda, and another one was like milk-based coffee drinks. There was drinks were cold, but manufacturers say that these can also be used with warm drinks. Okay, let's start with the steel pill. Well, this steel pill was shorter than others, and it was hard to drink from the bottom of half-liter bottle. The temperature of the straw was also changing with the temperature of the drink, and that sounds pretty hard. If you think about drinking some hot drink, you might burn your lips with that straw. Of course, this kind of straw is the most solid one. You cannot destroy it easily, so you can use it many times. You can wash it in washing machine. But one thing that these testers were wondering is how much of environmental impact is involved with the manufacturing of these straws. And here is this Dolea straw, which is made of cardboard, and you can see you can add some text to these also, and the testers think it was good idea because in one of the straws there was instructions how to make a good gin and tonic. Sounds nice. These straws are made in Kotka Mills, and Kotka Mills Isla cardboard is what they are made for, and there is no anything harmful chemicals, so it is very good for recycling, and it is also biodecomposing. Material is strong and you cannot bite it. It feels nice in the mouth, and it didn't soften after 20 minutes in the drink. Next one is Dolea, a little wider straw. This is new innovation. Normally straws are round, but this is not totally round, as you can see here. and you can fit more text into this kind of straw, but even it looks a little weird, it worked excellently with coffee drink and Coke. Then this is interesting, sorbos, eatable straw. So eatable straws are made of sugar, water and some taste components, same as there are used with making candies. So they were testing 3 different tastes from 8 possible. There was cinnamon, lemon and neutral versions. Testers said that the taste of lemon and cinnamon were very suitable with cola drinks. I myself would wonder if I like side taste coming out from my straw. If I drink my gin and tonic, I don't want there any strawberry taste coming from the straw. Sounds weird. Anyway, there was also this neutral version, so I would go with that. Some testers were wondering how much calories these straws include, because there was one of the testers who likes very much candies and he tasted it and actually eat the whole straw. The neutral tasting one was not so good. Then they had also this traditional plastic straws, and of course these are very flexible and very useful with the children, but also in hospitals and care centers for the elderly people when they have to drink lying down. It's also very cheap to manufacture. Then there is this glass straw, which is made of borosilicate glass, which is quite same kind of glass that they are used in some laboratories. So it can take heat, and testers said that it is clicking with your teeth and it feels in your mouth a little weird. So you have to get used to it. Next one is a straw made of wheat, and it's quite trendy to get materials from the nature at this time. This is quite light, so it floats when you drink it, so you have to hold on strongly or it flies away from your drink. It's quite narrow but long, and you have to have a strong suck force to get the drink to your mouth. But testers say it is quite working solution. It works even after being 20 minutes in the drink. But there is attention, this straw is not good for if you have celiakia. Then there is bamboo straw, and this is one of the toughest straws they had here. You can wash it with the brush that comes with it. You can put it also to dishwasher. The testers were wondering, is it good when it was standing in the liquid? The liquid was absorbed to the material in some amounts. The manufacturer says you can use these over 150 times, and these are not including plastic or chemicals. You can also brand these straws like you see there. Next one is Sulapak Stora Enso cooperation. So Sulapak's biocomposite material straws prototype versions were these tested ones, which are made from wood and natural components, and it feels very strong. Material is quite like plastic, even it's a little more thicker. It's made for recycling, but it's also biodecomposing if it ends up into the nature. Special points from the testers come that you don't leave any lipsticks to the straw. Then there is Huhtamäki, who has made its straw from force paper. May the force be with you. I had to say it. It made me feel like this is something from the Star Force. Anyway, it softened a little after being 20 minutes in the liquid. This is also made from tree fiber, which is taken from certificated forest. And testers came to the conclusion that it is very, very working, and actually this is used in all European McDonald's restaurants. one thing I was wondering about the safety of the harder straws like steel straw and glass straw. And here is a sad story about Elena, who was having 25 centimeter metallic straw in her mug, and she fell down and this straw went into her eye straight to the brains and she died. So this is something the manufacturers have to think about also, how these are suitable for children and elderly people. Okay, let's move on to our Twitter news watch. And on the 3rd of March there was this World Wildlife Day, and it's every year to raise awareness of endangered animals and plants and ways to fight against wildlife crime. And there was many nice pictures coming out of Twitter. This is World Wildlife Fund page. Then I found nice, interesting news, which was same kind of topic that there was in my episode 1. This is about how storm on whales remain of beach picnic from 40 years ago. And this is Twitter account Lego Lost at Sea, which is quite nice Twitter account. Then there was some other things I found out was also about coral reefs, and that might be also our animal of the week at some time. So does this tweet about penguins, which is from Financial Times. But let's move on to our next topic, which is these desert locusts. And here is our next topic from Kenya, suffering worst locust infestation in 70 years as millions of insects swarm farmlands. And these desert locusts, Schistocerca gregaria, is a species of locust, a swarming short-horned grasshopper in the family Acrididae. It is one of the most devastating migratory pests in the world, and it is highly mobile and feeds on large quantities of any kind of green vegetation, including crops, pasture and fodder. A typical swarm can be made up of 150 million locusts per square kilometer and is carried on the wind up to 150 kilometers in one day. Even a very small 1 square kilometer locust swarm can eat the same amount of food in a day as about 35,000 people. And here on Twitter, David Hughes has sent a little tweet where you can see these locust swarm flying everywhere. And these are now a big problem here. The worst outbreak of desert locust in Kenya in 70 years has seen hundreds of millions of the insect swarm into the East African nation from Somalia and Ethiopia. Those two countries have not had an infestation like this in a quarter century, destroying farmland and threatening an already vulnerable region with devastating hunger. Even cows are wondering what is happening, said Nunda Makanga. Even a small swarm of the insects can consume enough food for 35,000 people in a single day, says James Lark of the UN Humanitarian Office in Geneva. About 70,000 hectares of land in Kenya are already infested. A single swarm can contain up to 150 million locusts per square kilometer of farmland, an area the size almost 250 football fields, regional authorities said. One especially large swarm in northeast Kenya measured 60 kilometers long by 40 kilometers wide. They will lay egg and start another generation, and a changing climate has contributed to exceptional breeding conditions, said Nairobi-based climate scientist Abu Bakr Salih Babiker. Migrating with the wind, the locust can cover up to 150 in a single day. So scientists are thinking this might be because of climate change. Record rains in eastern Africa gives good breeding conditions for these desert locusts. How to fight against this? It's very hard. Hundreds of million locusts flying in one swarm. So they of course pesticide these, but there might be also some other things you might consider about. And now little newer news from the area. Scientists turn to tech to prevent second wave of locust in East Africa. Researchers use supercomputer to predict potential breeding areas as food security fears grow. So if they can spot the places where they might breed, they could prevent another wave coming, which is a big fear there in Africa, because you can see the situation is already bad. But there is one interesting news about these locusts also. Here you can see on the Independent magazine, army of 100,000 ducks deployed to combat locust infestation. So there in China, they are thinking of sending troops of ducks to Pakistan to help battle against a huge locust infestation that poses a threat to regional food security. At least 100,000 ducks will be deployed 4,827 kilometers, nearly 3,000 miles from the eastern province of Zhejiang to Pakistan, which shares a border with the Xi'an province. And Mr. Lu told the newspaper, one duck is able to eat more than 200 locusts a day. They have 3 times the combat capability. And this was from the Independent UK, this news. The previous one was from the Guardian UK. And I will leave the links to these news again to the description. So our animal of the week was desert locust. Thank you for staying till the end. Please subscribe, click on the bell and push like. Till the next week. Bye.